Hello and welcome to my physical TBR. So in this video, I want to explore my physical TBR pile. So what are the physical books which I have, which I haven't read yet. So I want to walk you through all of them. So I don't think these are all of them because like I have some of my books on the bookshelf, but I also keep books all around my house. Near my side table and other places. So this is not like the complete physical books which I'm yet to read. These are just like the bulk of them, like the major ones. There are some others which are scattered here and there, so I have to read those as well. But let's get started without further ado. So this is the first pile which I'm going to go through now. It's here. So the first book is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armos. So this book actually I already started reading. I read like about 100 pages, but it is very hard for me to go through this book because it's a bit repetitive, I feel like, and redundant, because the characters like go through a lot of back and forth in the first 100 pages that I've read. They are like, the guy is like, I'll be your fake date, and the girl is like, no, he's like, yes, she's like, no, he's like, yes, she's like, no. So I hate that about this book, and that's why I've not been able to complete it. I just bought it. I didn't buy it actually. I got it as a gift a few months ago, but I haven't been able to complete it. But I want to complete it because I know the hype for this book, and I think it might be true. I might enjoy the book. So this is the first book on my physical TBR pile. The next book which I have is Illuminae by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. So this book also has been on my TBR pile, and this one has actually been on my TBR pile for like too long. Like I bought this book I think 6 years ago now, but I haven't read it. So I do want to read it, but the thing which scares me off from reading this book is it's very huge, as you can see, and also it's a sci-fi book. Sci-fi is a genre that I'm really scared of after watching some sci-fi movies which I didn't even understand. So that has really scared me away from sci-fi books and movies. So that's why I haven't read this book yet. And the next book is Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. So I actually really enjoyed the first two books in this series, which were The Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and The Hollow City. And this book, this series actually has 6 books, I think, and this is just the third one, and I haven't finished it. I started reading it a long time ago. Like I've read around 226 pages, but it is a longer book. Like I think it's around 400 pages, so I haven't finished it yet, but I want to finish it because I really like the way in which this book is written. So it is woven with pictures, photographs and text. So I really like that because usually books just have text, right? We don't have photographs, but this one has photographs. So this book was actually, not only this book, all the books in the series were actually born because the author of the book was actually like a photographer. He took photographs and he wanted to sell it as a book, all the photographs together, but then the publisher told him that you have to write it as a story and the pictures can be woven into the story, and then we can sell it as a book. So that's why these books were born, and that's a really unique thing, right? And that's why I want to finish this book, and it's been a while since I picked it up, so I might have to reread it, or I might have to go through the Wikipedia plot to understand what's happening. So that's about this book. The next book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. So this book I actually got as a gift from my mother, and I never started reading it. It has around 300 pages, I think. Oh no, it has only like 230 pages, but yeah, I haven't even started reading it. It's a non-fiction book, as you might guess from the title, and I don't want to finish it, so I have to start it soon. And the next book is The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King. So this book also has been on my shelf for, again, I think around 5-6 years, and I have actually started reading this book. I had started reading this book when I bought it, so I've read like 85 pages, but I still have to read a lot because I think this is like 200 something pages long, and it's a hardcover. Actually, I usually don't buy hardcovers, but I don't know why I bought a hardcover for this one. But yeah, this book is about a girl who gets lost in the woods. So her name is Trisha McFarland, and she's just 9 years old when she's lost in the woods. The story is about all the search that goes into finding her and how she's, surviving in the woods. And it is pretty interesting. I don't know why I stopped reading it. Sometimes I just go through the plot in Wikipedia when I want to know what's gonna happen and I'm not patient enough to read the book. And then once I know the plot, I don't want to read anymore. So that's what happened with this book. I think I read the plot on Wikipedia and then I was like, just left reading it. So the next book on my TBR, Physical TBR Pile, is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. So this is a classic book about habits, and I'm a very big fan of habit tracking. I do habit tracking on a daily basis for multiple things. I have multiple habit tracking apps. So that's why I thought this book will be a bit useful for me, because it'll give me more perspective into habits and habit tracking. It might give me more ideas, and that's why I wanted to read it. But obviously the size scared me, and also non-fiction books are also harder to read for me. And not only for me, I think for many people non-fiction books are harder to read than fiction books, so that's why I haven't gotten to this book as well. And the next book is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Actually, all of the books by Veronica Roth in the series are the ones which I have to read. So Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, and Four. I bought them together, as a series because there was a discount or something. So I bought the whole set, but I haven't even read a single book. So I'm very sad about that. And I do want to read it, but again, I think what's scaring me is again the size, as well as the genre, like sci-fi is something which is a bit hard for me to read. So that's why I'm not able to read this book as well, but I do want to read it. Yeah, so these are the other books. Four, it is also by Veronica Roth. Divergent by Veronica Roth, and Allegiant by Veronica Roth. So first one is Divergent, then Insurgent, then Allegiant, then Four. So these are the four books which I want to read. So this was actually some of the books which are there in my Physical TBR pile. There are some other books as well scattered here and there, but these are the bulk of them, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And let me know in the comments how many books are there on your Physical TBR pile, and let's meet again in another video.